It seems there are no limits to what a drone can do these days, from fighting fires to monitoring cheating in school exams in China. But drone power isn't always so helpful. Burglars overseas have started using the unmanned aircraft to suss out potential targets. And Marsden Holm from Vivint Security says Kiwi thieves won't be far behind. And he joins me now. Marsden, nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
This is very scary for a lot of people. Tell us, so this is already happening in the UK and the US?
Yes, certainly is. There are a couple of articles of recent, one in the US, where a couple of burglars were apprehended by the New York police, and they found this equipment on them, and further investigations showed that they were from a wider ring of a burglary network. In the UK, a local county over there reports 16 incidences of burglary where the use of these drones have been used.
So basically an easy way you could easily just sit in your car 100 metres down the road and you would be able to get a live picture, I would imagine, so that you could see, well, they could see who was home, if anyone's in and out, if any doors are opened or any access routes. So they would really have just a full idea of how to get into your home.
Absolutely. The level of sophistication of these products now is quite incredible. From cameras to remote control software used. There's real-time streaming on these devices now, down to handheld devices. So someone can mount a smartphone on their remote control and they can send these devices all around the neighbourhood.
So security is your business. Are you seeing people in New Zealand that already have these sorts of concerns?
Not yet, but we're keeping a close eye on that as we do trends worldwide. And it is of some concern when we see these instances now occurring overseas in the UK and the US. And it's only a matter of time before we see it here.
Indeed, because Kiwis have been very, very quick to adopt new technologies, and Kiwis love drones. You now see them everywhere. And I think already Kiwis are starting to get a little bit wary. I mean, when I see them, I often think, oh, I wonder what that's up to. So you would imagine that it is only a matter of time before these sort of more suspect behaviours start to get used.
Absolutely. In the UK, of those 16 incidences that were reported in the local county over there, 10 of them were reported by individuals who were concerned about these devices flying around above them. And
also worrying is the legislation is sort of always one step behind the technology, of particularly with the drones. There is new changes being made to our laws starting in August. But
Correct.
You wouldn't imagine that this is actually going to impact this potential sort of issue in terms of using them privately and far away from an aerodrome.
Yeah. Well, those regulations have been crafted by the Civil Aviation Authority. So their primary interest is in safeguarding the aviation industry. There is nothing there that really protects the consumer.
So it's, so it's more a CAA sort of safety rather than actual privacy laws that are in the...
Absolutely, yes.
All right, well, we will stay across this. We really appreciate your take on this. Marsden Holm from Vivint Security. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We're so trusting also with our security measures so often in New Zealand, aren't we? We're just, you know, we're always a wee bit behind. And unfortunately, it's one of those things you tend to learn the hard way.
But I guess this sort of thing is just a reminder to take care of the basics, like making sure all your doors are locked and your garage is down and that sort of thing.
It's so easy for them to see a window open.
Oh, simple, yeah. And it would only take a second to fly past, and they're so very quiet now as well.
Right, moving on. Genetically engineered dinosaurs on the loose.